Alright, so today I found another clutch of Ball Python eggs, and this is a pretty interesting clutch. This is the first time I've actually taken two different males and bred them to the same female, and I'd say it's pretty unusual for people to do that. And one of the reasons I did it is because last year I took my primary male, which is a blue-eyed leucistic. I bred it to 4 females, and none of those females laid eggs. So I was thinking maybe the male was a little bit too small, maybe a little bit too young, maybe there was something wrong with that male. So this year I got a little creative, I guess you would say. I actually took my blue-eyed leucistic, bred it to 4 females, and then right at the end of the year, the last couple pairings, I actually used a completely different snake and bred it to those females. So I actually got some eggs today. Those eggs are coming from either my blue-eyed leucistic, which is a bamboo lesser, or it's coming from my other male, which he was actually a pretty small male too, but he's actually a bamboo pinstripe calico. So there's a whole bunch of different genes at play. So we'll definitely know by the results once we cut these eggs where those eggs actually came from, unless we'll get some eggs from one male and some eggs from another male. I think that's possible, where you can get kind of a whole bunch of different eggs from the different males. So that'd be kind of interesting. So if it comes from the blue-eyed leucistic, you'll actually get bamboos or lessers. You won't get any blue-eyed leucistics, and you won't get any normals. And then if it actually comes from the other male, the bamboo pinstripe calico, you'll actually get bamboos, pinstripes, bamboo pinstripes, bamboo calicos, bamboo pinstripes calicos, and pinstripes, and you'll also get some normals for that. So a whole bunch of different possibilities for that one. And I'm just breeding to a normal female. Kind of the interesting thing with the female is I actually took my coral glow and bred it to this female, and I actually got my dinker, that really unusual looking normal, from this. So maybe there's something, some kind of a hidden gene or something in this normal female, which would be kind of interesting if I could prove that out too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this female out. Let's take a look at the eggs, and we'll put the eggs up in the incubator. Alright, so this girl lives over here in my ARS 7030 rack. Her name is Buzzer from 2015, so she is 7 years old. And let's take a look at this. She's kind of an unusual looking normal too. She has got a death grip on those eggs. Take a look at that. That is pretty wild. And if you notice her color is definitely a little bit more like a, almost like a desert camouflage kind of a color compared to your regular normals. And you'll also notice she has kind of an unusual pattern too. Almost looks like a calico, where you have kind of a merged alien head on the side of the snake. Although I haven't really seen her pattern reproduced in any of the offspring, so I don't know really what's going on. It's just kind of one of those random anomalies as far as a normal. I don't think it's genetic, but you never know when it comes to some of this weird stuff. And you know, the dinker came from this, so I don't know kind of what's going on with that either. If that's just kind of an unusual looking normal. Sometimes you get some random looking normals and you really can't figure out what's going on as far as the genetics. And sometimes it's not genetic, it's just kind of a random pattern and color that you can't reproduce on some of these snakes. So she's a pretty big girl, not too bad. I'm thinking maybe 7 eggs, maybe 8 eggs from a girl like this. So I'm gonna pull this tub out and we'll take her off the eggs and we'll see how many eggs she has under there. Alright, so before I show you that female and her eggs, I wanted to show you the male. Take a look at this, how beautiful this is. This is a bamboo lesser, and it's kind of interesting that when he was smaller, he had this really faint yellow line on top of the snake that has completely disappeared. And take a look at the other thing that's kind of interesting with this guy is it seems like he has slightly smaller eyes. I know a lot of these bamboo lessers can have bigger eyes or smaller eyes. This one's not too bad, almost normal I'd say, but slightly smaller than normal as far as the eyes. Almost like micro eyes on this guy. I think I like the micro eyes better than the bug eyes on some of them. And this is like a super pure white snake. I was really surprised at how he really brightened up and lost all the color from, you know, usually they start out with like a little faint yellow up on top of the snake, but he's turned into like almost as solid white as like a spider pie or something, like a white wedding or something, which is pretty amazing. I didn't really expect him to lose all the yellow and become such a pure white snake. He's really beautiful. So here's the other male that I bred with that female. This one's a little bit smaller, still a pretty good size, a pretty decent breeding size. This guy, at first when I produced this one, I thought it was I thought it had pastel in it too. I thought it was a lemon blast with the pastel and the pinstripe, the bamboo, and the calico. But then just this year, I actually produced one with the pastel in it, and let me tell you, the one with the pastel is completely different than this. So I actually changed the label on this. I'm like, yeah, this is actually just a bamboo calico with the pinstripe without the pastel in it. But look at how beautiful that is. Almost like a golden, really kind of a wild color. And a lot of times with the calico, you'll actually get this almost like a steel gray kind of a line coming through the sides right above the white. And they'll actually get more and more white up the sides as they get older and mature. This is a really beautiful snake. One of my favorite combos, I think, is the calico and the pinstripe working in with the bamboo in a lot of these combinations. Really stunning. Alright, so here's this female. Let's take a look at how many eggs she has here. She is like, it's so funny. She's like all tucked in there, almost like she's sleeping on her eggs or something. Oh, she's got quite a few. Maybe she has more than 7 in there. Maybe. Well, looks like they're really big eggs. Let's take a look here. Ooh, it looks like, wow, she's got some really big eggs on this one. She's got a death grip on them. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 eggs. I was pretty close. You know, 6 eggs is usually your normal clutch size in ball pythons. And it looks like she's laid all the eggs. No retained eggs, which is good. So she has a really interesting, not really like your typical alien heads on this girl. Kind of a crazy looking belly on her. Interesting color too, compared to most normals. A little bit more like desert camo kind of a color. She's a pretty cool normal. I actually bought that one as part of a collection when I started, I think I bought her like 4 years ago. So looking good. I want to separate these. They haven't been laid that long, I don't think. Well, let's see. They're kind of stuck together, but I like to separate them just in case one goes bad. And if it's in the incubator and one goes bad, I definitely want them separated from the other eggs. So usually if they get really nasty and stinky, I just toss them. There's usually no hope. I've yet to save an egg that gets really stinky to where it stinks up the whole incubator. Usually there's no hope for something like that. These are really stuck right here. Well, let's see. Not too bad. Not too bad. Makes me kind of nervous though, especially since they're a little bit leathery. Oh, and you definitely do not want to drop an egg. If you drop an egg, you kill it. I learned that the hard way. And usually dropping an egg, it's usually when you're separating them. That's usually when you'll almost drop them. These are really stuck. Look at those. I might keep those together. I might keep these together too. They'll probably fit in the incubator all right. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I wanna candle these because I've been getting some slugs, a lot of slugs that look like normal eggs. So I definitely wanna see where the veins are in these guys. This one's looking good. I'm actually gonna put an X on this one. Mark the embryo right there. That's a good egg. That's a good egg. And then these, I'm not even gonna worry about where the embryos are. I'm just gonna candle them real quick. They look good. I'm just gonna set them right in there. Those both look good. Nice, 6 good eggs. Alright, so I want to set up an egg box real quick for my incubator. Still using perlite. Perlite is my go-to. 2 16-ounce containers of perlite. I'm getting quicker. I can make an egg box in 60 seconds. And then add half a quart of water, mix it up. Oh, the dust is awful. Oof, so dusty. I almost feel like I need to mix it up outside or something so it's not so dusty in the house, so you're not breathing in all that dust. I'm sure it's bad for you. I used to work in a laboratory, and they say like a lot of the dust from this stuff like this, you had to wear like a respirator, so probably want to wear some kind of like a mask or something if you're trying to copy what I'm doing. Alright, so there you have it. That was easy. And then as far as the eggs, I'm just going to throw them right in here. Easy peasy. Easy egg box. I like to get them in the middle, kind of wedge them so they don't roll around. Those are some really big eggs. Take a look at that. Fills 6 eggs. Fills, you know, usually sometimes I can actually get like 11 eggs if I separate them and have smaller eggs, but those are really big eggs. Alright, so then I finished with some press and seal. So this is the press and seal I was almost out of. I actually went on Amazon and got the bigger box. Look at how big this box is. That's ridiculous. It's huge compared to my other one. I never had a big thing of press and seal before. Alright, so I don't know, we might run out on this one. Maybe. Oh, that's have enough there. Not bad. I don't think we have enough for another, maybe, I don't know, maybe another egg box. Alright, so that's pretty much it. And then I want to make a label. The label would be kind of interesting because I'll have to put 2 different males on the label. Alright, so here's my 2 labels. This is a little bit complicated. This one is my bamboo lesser or bamboo pin calico crossed with my normal number 4. Yes, I have 4 normal females, which is kind of crazy. Laid 21 May 22, which is 2 days before my birthday. These are birthday eggs for me, and it'll hatch 20th of July, which is 2 months. Alright, so I'm going to label this box and we'll put them up in the incubator. Alright, so here's my 6-foot tall egg incubator, and it's filling up pretty good with ball python eggs. It's about half full, which it looks like I might have about 3 more clutches, and one of them I think is going to be like a double clutch. I got a really big lesser that's going to lay probably more than 1 box can hold, so that'll give me about 3/4 full. Usually I hatch out anywhere from 50 to about 100 ball pythons. Last year I think I hatched out 99 hatchlings last year, which is one of my better years. My best year I think I had like 134 or something, but the year before last I only had like 54, so it can really vary from year to year. So I actually put the newest box, the box we just looked at, right up on top, and then I have the oldest ones hatching out. Those will hatch out the 22nd of June, so still about a month away on those. So it's still pretty early in the season as far as egg laying. You're pretty much right in the middle, I'd say. So we could get 3, maybe 4 more clutches if we're lucky, which would be pretty awesome. Of course, I had all my reticulated pythons hatch out too, so I got 40 hatchlings for my retics. So yeah, this is a really good year with the retics and the ball pythons. It's been really fantastic. All right, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.